Usually it's kind of like, all right, maybe towards the end of the show, kind of crack open a cold, hard AF. No, sir. Not today, friend.
Well, it's been a rough morning.
Sure has.
Because I was trying to watch sports all morning, and all I could hear about is some dumb cunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
this ruined my entire day.
Yep. It's strange because the story has just dominated every single news avenue, including sports.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, sports is the one escape where I was just like, oh yeah, nope, I forgot she actually plays sports.
Yeah, Get Up wasn't even on. They just had First Take playing on both things.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh man, great.
Not only that, but they broke in to ABC this morning with a press conference from Biden. And I guess her wife was there as well at the White House, and then she made some comments on it and everything else. So that's great. Yeah, we did it. We did it, kids. In case you didn't know, Brittney Griner is free from a penal colony in Russia. She was out there breaking rocks, not slam dunking anything probably, but just breaking rocks. Maybe peeling potatoes, whatever it is they do in Russian penal colonies. She was released Thursday in a 1-for-1 prisoner swap for international arms dealer, the Merchant of Death.
Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage.
Yeah, he was bad dude.
Was he?
Jared Leto snorted a lot of cocaine in the shape of Ukraine, which ties into the Russian invasion.
Sure does. Sure does.
Weird that Russia wanted him back a little bit, I guess, because not even Russian anymore.
Technically not, no. But
Tajikistan or whatever.
Really?
Tajikistan, yeah.
Where's that at?
And Nicolas Cage's character, it's on the Asian steppe, I believe. Nicolas Cage's character in the movie, by the way, also not Russian, Ukrainian.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Odessa is where they're allegedly from in the movie.
Great. But this is all fun. So it's Victor Boot. Was released after being held since February. Brittney Griner, what is that, 9 months now she was in there total?
Since February, yeah.
February, that's 9 months. Yeah, we're in December now. Crazy, right? It's almost Christmas time. Obviously, you guys know him as the Merchant of Death, international arms dealer. He was serving about 25 years for providing weapons to terrorists and conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens, among other charges.
No big deal.
Nah, you're good. The deal between the U.S. Leaves Americans corporate security executive and former Marine Paul Whelan imprisoned in Russia in what American officials have called fraudulent charges. Talks on freeing former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan from prison in Russia are continuing, they said. And that's nice of Biden to do.
Oh, yeah. So the stupid bitch White House press secretary, that Mongoloid, that stands up there and lies constantly to people.
Yeah.
This was her statement. The choice was bring Brittney home or no one. The president will never stop working to secure Paul Whelan's release. He's been in prison for 4 years, by the way, not 9 months.
Right.
On a personal note, Brittney's an important role model and inspiration to millions of Americans, particularly the LGBT
You're kidding. She did not drop that today, did she?
Yep. So you can see where this administration's priorities are. It has nothing to do with the fact that the guy was a goddamn U.S. Marine or a former police officer, right? Fuck him. We have to go get our black lesbian.
Yeah.
It's asinine. This whole country's fucked.
We are. And seeing this story today, what's the inspiration there? What is it? What is so inspiring about Brittney Griner? Was it the domestic abuse charges?
I think it's the beating up her wife, hating America.
Yeah.
These are all things that speak to a lot of the young generation.
I guess kneeling for the anthem and all that shit. What was the inspiration there? What's the one thing that was inspiring? That she was just born super tall out of someone's vagina and can kind of dunk a basketball. Does she have any dunks on her resume, Bob?
I think she's got a few. Yeah,
she's got a few.
She dunks.
And if she was 5'8", she would be in jail for hitting her wife.
Oh, easily.
And no one would know her fucking name.
No.
Right. The end.
If you're not 6'10" as a woman, no one would know who she is.
Absolutely useless piece of shit this woman is.
That's crazy to me. And so was that the John Pierre Paul Jones chick, the White House press secretary? Was she the one saying this shit? Because if she was, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Okay, great.
Yeah, so Paul Whelan, who's been in prison for 4 years now, I think. He's in a penal colony just like she was. His attorney said that they were still working on getting him out. I guess. I mean, we heard, what was it, back in October that Biden's goal is to have her home by the holidays?
Yep. By Christmas.
So how do you think the negotiations went between Biden and the Kremlin? Was it, hey, we want our 2 people back. We'll give you back our 2 people who you are clearly just holding for prisoner swaps. We'll give you back the Merchant of Death. And they're like, no, we really want to keep the white dude.
Yeah.
That's what the Kremlin probably said, right? Like,
sure.
no, this white dude that looks like all of us, that's the one we're really mad at. We want to keep him. That's probably how it went, right? It wasn't like, hey, look, if we got to take one, we'll take the tall black lesbian that's been there for 15 minutes, not the guy that's been there for years.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's how it went.
Yeah. Pretty close to that. I don't know if you're familiar with Micah Parsons' tweet today.
He was nonplussed.
No, he sure wasn't. He said, wait, nah, we left a Marine? Hell no. And then madness has ensued on this.
Well, then he responded to the
I can read it. He said, my last tweet was no shot at Brittney Griner. I'm super happy she's back home as she should be. I just have family who have served, and it's crazy to me the president wouldn't bring him home too. I'm the furthest thing from a Trump supporter, but I'm also not a fan of Biden either. I thought it was a pretty diplomatic response.
Same, my man.
Yeah.
I agree with you. And also he said he quote tweeted the White House press conference and said, "We still not voting for you." Then he deleted that tweet and tweeted the one that you just said.
That's great. Oh, boy, that's great.
Yep.
So how does all this shake out in real life? Have you ever been involved or knew somebody who was involved in these prisoner swaps overseas? What's the protocol for shit like this? Because I think, to my knowledge, Putin was asking for somebody else as well.
A guy in Germany.
Yes. To go along with this, to do a 2-for-2. So how do they settle on a 1-for-1? And I find the timing obviously pretty curious because it is right before Christmas. How does that shake out in real life?
In real life, they say, no, we're only going to give you one person. And the Biden administration decided that it was going to be Brittney Griner, not Paul Whelan. The end.
Really?
Yes.
No shit.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. That's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm. It is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy that a fucking former police officer and Marine, although he did get a big chicken dinner, he had a bad conduct discharge from the Marine Corps.
Oh, he did?
For trying to bring money back from Iraq. But look, who didn't try to steal shit from Iraq? You know what I mean?
If you're there, you might as well take a little.
Don't leave your stuff lying around in a war zone if you don't want me going Christmas shopping.
Exactly.
Because I'm going to. Sorry to burst your bubble there, folks.
I saw a post in Drinking Bros, Maine, the other day. It's, somebody said, does anybody have this money left over? It was a bunch of money with Saddam's face on it.
Yeah. It's not worth anything. It was just a keepsake.
Yeah, why not?
And it's not worth anything to them either. By the time we left, there was no more fucking currency with his face on it. You couldn't spend it anywhere.
That's funny.
So who cares?
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So she's coming home. What do you think the next thing for her is? Obviously, some tell-all sit-down interview, right? Probably a book deal after that.
Yeah, she'll be on Barbara Walters or some shit.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
I can tell you they're fighting for that interview now, and that's going to go to the highest bidder. When does the WNBA season start, Bob? Forgive me. My season tickets lapsed a couple years ago, so I no longer have those.
It's a summer league, typically.
Yeah, that's right.
It goes from May to September.
Oh, it does? Okay. So she's got a while.
It's weird that it happens when it's not ass-eating season.
Right. Yeah, because
that's all through non-ass eating season time.
But they're also playing though, so they're sweaty. I understand that. I understand that schedule. That makes perfect sense. But when she comes back, I'm sure that first game will be sold out, and then after that, people will go back to not caring anymore.
It won't even nobody's going to watch the WNBA, but she personally will get all kinds of sponsorship deals.
Yes.
Like she will become richer now than she's ever been in her life.
100%.
And she'll find a way to complain about her position as well.
We'll see. I mean, I would highly doubt she's kneeling for any anthems anymore. You know? She's got to be belting that out.
We'll see. I don't think that this is going to change her perspective.
Really?
Why would it? She's a piece of shit.
I know.
Here's what she saw.
9 months in there?
She can fucking fuck her, like, completely shit talk her entire fucking government. Talk about how it needs to be torn down and replaced with something else. And then get prioritized over a United States Marine. Still, after all of that, right? So why would she think that she's lost any face here?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out.
This woman is an oxygen thief.
Yeah, she's going to take even more once that first sit-down happens, because I guarantee you we'll all be watching it, whatever.
I will not.
I will for sure.
There's nothing she can say that will interest me, except for just to shut your fucking cunt mouth and go away forever.
You hope that you learn from, shit, and maybe our country isn't so bad at the end of the day, but we'll see. I'm not really sure how that's going to shake out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because they're going to be helicopters and all that shit following her on the drive home, like OJ and all of it. Because right now she's in UAE, and then she's going to hop on a flight and then come back to America. They'll be following that goddamn thing in like Beatles at Shea Stadium. Like we're going to see her on the tarmac.
Like Santa Claus?
Yeah. So
it'd be a shame if the plane didn't make it.
Could you imagine after all of this, it was just like, whoopsies.
We would have like a 50% off sale in the Drinky Bro store.